Hey guys, this is James. I am the Rambling Dasher, and we are starting out on a weekend dash because I took off on a Friday night and we're about $50 short of our goal of $300 for the week. And we're gonna see what we can do today to get another $50+ on a Sunday late afternoon. So, anyway, we're gonna head out. I just sitting in my driveway got a $13.75 order at Wingstop for 2 drop-offs. So we're headed to Wingstop right now, and we're gonna see what we can do. So yeah, I don't know where all we're at so far. It is hot out. It is very hot. I hope you guys can hear me. I got my trusted little mic going up here. So fingers crossed we can do that. We have been working on YouTube stuff all weekend, not the Rambling Dasher though. So that's kind of something that I need to get busy on and figure that out, because I worked on it for about an hour this afternoon before I came out. I think Friday I was gonna dash for like 3 hours Friday, but then we just wanted to hang out, so we decided not to, and that I would push it to Sunday, because everybody had a little something they needed to get taken care of on Sunday afternoon. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take care of getting my Friday night money on Sunday. So that's what we're doing right now. But yeah, yesterday my son and I, we did our very first episode of our new, it's going to be a new channel, but we couldn't live stream on our new channel, so we live streamed on his channel, which it's monetized. So he'll make a little bit of money off of that, because we had like 59, I don't know about 59 for the whole time, but we had 59 views on our, and it ended up being about an hour and 50-minute long, basically like a TV show. So we came up with a name called the Weekly Fools, plural. So just a little bit of funny name going on there, so we like it. And a lot of just us rambling, kind of like what I do on here, but it's the two of us together. So I've talked about it in previous episodes on here. So, but yeah, we recorded it, did a live stream on Saturday afternoon from 4 o'clock, and it ended up going till like 6 o'clock-ish or so, something like that. We started a little bit late. We were supposed to start at 4, but we ended up going a little late. But yeah, we had a good time. We had a lot of mistakes. We know what we can and can't do, or what to do better. We had a lot of cheats on cheat sheets for us, and we tried to position it right above the camera so it looked like we were kind of looking at the camera. It wasn't exactly a teleprompter, but it was a slideshow, and it went slide by slide. The downside was we didn't know what slide was coming next, so he could get it ready, and we have a little transition image that goes across the screen from segment 1 to segment 2 to segment 3. So every segment has its own load screen, so to speak. So we got more work to do on that kind of stuff, and my kid, he does all that, so I just let him have it. But he knows kind of what we're looking for now, and my goal is to get them lined up in the software. So all you have to do is hit the, I think he basically was telling me he hits the show button, and then because it's a video, it automatically goes back to showing us afterwards. And then on some things he has to prompt it to show things that stay on the screen, and then hide it whenever we're done talking about it. So we missed some things, like we were gonna have we had a section that talked about watermelon, well, part of it was watermelon, one part was coffee, and so we had images loaded for that, but then we forgot to present them. But hey, I'm at Wingstop now. I'm gonna run in to grab this stuff, and I will catch you on the other side. So, all right, be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and this one is 2.4 miles. It says 5 minutes, and okay. That is odd where we're going. Right across the street from a grocery store. And I don't know if that's a business. Looks like a business down there. Oh well. Alright, let's head that way. Dun-dun-dun. It'd be helpful if I put the car in reverse. Alright. So what else is happening? Not a whole lot. Well, there is a lot happening because we put a lot of time in the last 2 or 3 days developing our new show. We've been planning it for like a year, but we really just pulled the trigger this week and said we're gonna do one this week. So we had to go in and develop all the text or the script kind of deal, the segments that we were gonna do, and we were only planning on like an hour, but that thing ended up being a lot longer than what we expected. So I mean, we cover a lot of details. We did some things that lasted longer than what we necessarily wanted, and so we'll weed those down a little bit, because we did this the day this week in history. So it was interesting in that regard, but we might change it up. And one thing I after the show yesterday, I was really kind of thinking about the name of our show is called The Weekly Fools, and so I kind of want to stick with a little bit of a theme with each one of our segments is going to be based upon foolishness or things like of that regard. So I really want to come up with a naming convention where it's kind of silly and foolish, the name of each segment, and then to kind of keep in line with those things, and we'll have seriousness along the way, but we'll do a lot of fun and different stuff like that, just to see what kind of stuff we can get into. But we had a good time doing it yesterday. It was very enjoyable to spend that time with the kid and do those things, so I had a good time. Then last night, my daughter we're trying to just cram in stuff with her because she's moving to Japan. So we went out last night and she picked the restaurant, and so we ended up going to Mount Fuji in Little Rock, and it's a Japanese restaurant that's been there for, I don't know, ever since I can remember, and truthfully, I've never been there. So that was my first time. It got hit by the tornado like 2 or 3 years ago, and they rebuilt that whole complex basically, and they put a lot of different restaurants in there. And one of my favorite restaurants in the whole state of Arkansas is called DeLuca's in Hot Springs. They have one over there that we haven't been to yet. I don't think I've had DeLuca's pizza since, well, it's been a while. Well, since they opened up the Little Rock one, I haven't been to Hot Springs or the Little Rock one. So, I've had a lot of pizza, but I haven't had DeLuca's. So I'm anxious to go over there. There's several other new restaurants right in that area as well. They put a flyaway brewery in there, which is the original one was over in North Little Rock. So I want to try that one out. There's the Root Cafe is in there as well. So we love going to the Root downtown on Main Street, or not downtown, in the Soma area in Little Rock. And even when I have out of town people come to Little Rock, I always tell them, hey, stop by the Root Cafe. Like, we had my grandmother's birthday, who was 100. So I always tell people, go to the Root Cafe, you know, like on your way to the airport on a Sunday morning or whatever. Stop off at the Root Cafe, have you a nice brunch, then go catch your flight. It is awesome. But anyway, So yeah, we did that. We went, and then we went back to a place that we went a week ago, or a week or two ago. This new tacos place here at the Saline County line, or pretty close to it. It's in Pulaski County, so in Little Rock, but I can't think of the name of the place, what they named it, to tell you the truth. I don't know, but it's basically it's a Hispanic street taco kind of place. It's a little bit more, well, I don't know if it's more upscale than your typical street taco venue, but a little bit. And they also have a awesome gelato section where they scoop it on the fly, and there was a line out the door last night to get the gelato when we stopped by there on the way home from getting sushi. So yeah. And guess what? I already passed my store just rambling. I think that's going to be the new concept of my show, is just to see how many times I can pass over a dang it, now I got people in my way and I can't make a U-turn right here, so that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna do a crazy U-turn right here. Alright, so but yeah, so and then next weekend we are all going on a day trip to Van Buren to catch a train that's just like a tour train, you know, and we go on a little tour of I don't know what I don't know, it's a train ride, and I don't know where to go here. I just don't know. There's people behind me though. But this is it. I don't know if this is a house or what. But we will just pull up in here. Someday this place will be gone. I guarantee it. So, alright. I'm gonna go deliver this food and figure it out, and we will be right back. Alright, so the next delivery is just right down the road at some apartments. So 4 minutes, 1.4 miles. So this is probably one of my better, easier deliveries for $13 plus on 2 drop-offs, maybe ever. But okay, and the sun is bright today. I would say it's partly cloudy, less, or I don't know what you would say, more partly than cloudy. It doesn't have a whole lot of clouds out, but there's every once in a while. Wow. So it's looking more and more like LSU is going to get another national championship under their belts for baseball. And they beat the Razorbacks. They beat the Razorbacks in the regular season 2-1. I think that series was at LSU, but maybe it was at Fayetteville, I can't remember. Then they beat them in the World Series on the first day, and on I don't know, the game that put the Razorbacks out. So yeah, all the joys. I was hoping the Razorbacks would do better. And if the Razorbacks could have got to this final and beat LSU a couple games, then they would have had an opportunity to win their first national championship. But instead, they don't. And then LSU beats this Coastal Carolina team yesterday, and they're up 5-1 today. I don't know what inning it was, but I know LSU is a tough team to beat. But more power to Coastal Carolina. I know it's going to be tough for them. They'll probably lose most of their players in the portal, if they have any that have eligibility left that don't go to the pros. So, because it's a tough gig out there, and that's a small school, so they all the stars aligned for them to go 24, 25, 26 games in a row. But yeah, it's a tough gig in college sports now with the Wild Wild West portal, where there's no rules, and whoever has the most money can buy the players. So yeah. Oh well. Let's see. This says it's all the way down on the left or right. Sorry. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Maybe it's this one that I just drove past. So not all the way to the very end. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. I hate these freaking apartments. There you go. Well, that's why I hate apartments. I hate apartments. I absolutely hate apartments. I don't, especially at cram them in and they don't have any rhyme or reason to the numbering system. And then they put some that are sideways that don't have and they don't have the number of the building on the end where people park at. So that's just the dumbest thing ever. Would you not agree with that? The dumbest thing ever. Alright, so we're gonna make another loop around. So yeah, the GPS does not know where these things are. So I see a 28 here and 29 is way down there. So maybe one of these over here will be building number 26. This building has no number on it. Where the heck is the... Oh, there it is, 27. So yeah, it was halfway down on the right. And this one is going to be parked around the back side of this building. Oh, and I forget, this one, most apartments around here, you have a sidewalk that goes in between the buildings. This one has a little walkway that goes from the front to the back, but it's a hallway that's kind of underneath the shelter. You don't have to walk around, so that's kind of nice. So alright, I'm gonna go deliver this food and I will be right back. Alright guys, we are back. $13.75 in 34 minutes. 1 out of 1 order. Offer accepted. Contains a priority offer from your gold status. Ooh. So let's take a look at it. It was $4 base pay with a $5 tip and a $4.75 tip. And we will continue dashing. So, alright, let's hit the road, Jack. Alright. I don't know, I'm hearing something, but I don't know what. Somebody talking to me? I don't know what I'm hearing. I gotta stow away behind all the DoorDash bags back there. Let's take a look and see. That's the only app I have on my phone, so I don't know what I was hearing. Alright. Alright, so we got $13.75 on our drive for 50 today. So, not a bad start in 34 minutes. So let's see if we can't break the $50 rule in, I think we got about 3.5 hours that we're working so far. So, hey, another way you guys can help me is every time I get a drink of water, check out the Lark link in the description, maybe even on the bio of the channel, I think. But this is a water bottle mainly for traveling, but I do enjoy it. I like it, but it's more expensive than your everyday water bottle because it has a UV light that kills bacteria built into the cap. So you fill it up with water, hit the button, and it does its thing, killing bacteria with the UV light. And then it also comes with a filter straw. So any kind of stuff that's in the water, it will clean it up for you, basically make sure that you don't get any of those impurities, or it cuts out like chlorine and I don't know, whatever else stuff is in your water. So it's great. I don't really know about the flavor of the water. I like the water where we live. I can drink it right out of the tap or out of my refrigerator without any problems. But like in Portugal, we took this bottled water to Portugal, and anytime we needed water, a glass of water, then I would always run it through the UV light just to do that. And then and just for anything we wanted. So and we had an extra bottle of water, so I would fill this up, run it through there, pour it into the other one, then do one to fill this one up as well. So it worked out pretty good. The water tasted fine. Everybody does say that in Lisbon in particular, the water is okay to drink. So but we didn't really drink it without running it through here, just to be on the safe side. So anyway, go check out the link below. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any extra to purchase it through my affiliate link. It just means you help us, because Amazon gives us a little bit of cut for people who go through and purchase things on our links. So much appreciated. And a $6.50 delivery for an exorbitant amount of miles, like 6.6 miles it looks like, for McAllister. So if you haven't been watching our channel, we're in the mode of coming back off of a vacation that we went to Portugal for a month, and when we got back, guess what our deliveries were in the last 30 days? 0. So we are up to well, I think after that last delivery we are up to 71. So we started out at 69 today, and we just delivered 2 deliveries, so we're up to 71. 20, whatever that is, 29 more to go. So we are accepting every single order we can. The crazy thing about this is that we've maybe missed, I purposely am not declining anything, even if it's $2, because I want to get that status back. I'm a firm believer in my area that I get crap orders most of the time because I don't have platinum. And I don't know where I'm going, so just bear with me a second here. There's misturn number 2 on this video. So anyway, I'm not a big believer. So here's the deal, is I do believe in cherry picking your orders, okay? Only after you have status, and that's if you're in an area that is going to require it. The reason my area requires it, it's a relatively smaller town. I think we got 20,000 in one town, maybe 35 in the other. And so I go between the 2 cities, and it's outside of Little Rock in the metropolitan area. And a lot of people from Little Rock come down here to Dash, and then people that are from here dash here, obviously, right? So I feel like our area is saturated with drivers, and having that status helps prioritize me over other newbies. So until I hit 100, I am going to be accepting every order. So all that to be said, I think we've maybe missed like 3 to 5 orders over this 71 orders. And when we started out, our acceptance rate was 82, and we've got 71 deliveries, and our acceptance rate is still 89. So I expect over the next 30 deliveries, that thing should go up to at least 95, maybe 90, 90 something, 98, 90, 97, 98 range, because we're not skipping orders. So anyway, just to cover the rest, I got an acceptance rate of 89, completion rate of 99, because I canceled one the other day because it was going to take 25 plus minutes at Papa John's because they hadn't even started it, and they had so many orders in front of it. So I couldn't afford to sit around and wait for that one. On time or early, 92. That one has actually dropped from 93%, which has been that way for probably 6-8 months at 93. And I don't know how it got down to 93 or what. I just don't understand that one. But my customer rating is still 5.0. So anybody that's rated me in the last 71. And I'll tell you, this is the 9th delivery day since we've been back, and I've got 71 deliveries. So lifetime deliveries 2637, and so far this week earnings, we were at 18 hours and 38 minutes for Monday through Thursday, with $251.43. So looking forward to bumping that up a little bit today. I probably had a little bit in cash tips as well, maybe around 30 bucks maybe. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. All right. I'm gonna hit pause here, head into wherever we're at, McAllister's, and go get the food, and I'll be right back. Haha, just kidding. I am not at McAllister's. I am at Nuke's. They are all the same, evidently. And McAllister's is on the other side of the freeway where I was going before I made the wrong turn. So the wrong turn was really not the wrong turn. So we'll chat till we get over there. Yeah, interesting enough. Fortunately, DoorDash caught me and said, hey, you're not at the right place. I said, the hell I'm not. I'm at McAllister's. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm not at McAllister's. So yeah. Oh, McAllister's, Nuke's. I do like both of them. Probably about the same. I know they have different sandwiches and salads and stuff, but Nuke's is more, to me, more of a salad place, but obviously you can get pizzas and sandwiches there as well. So I do like the sandwiches at I like the salads. Yeah, they have salads over at McAllister's too. I always get a salad over there that is like a I don't remember what it's called, but it has I think blueberries and or a raspberry vinaigrette on it for the dressing, and it has chicken and I don't know what all else, but man, it is good. Maybe it has walnuts on it. I like that one. All right. Well, we are about there. I'm gonna hit the mute button and we will be right back. Okay, it says 6 miles, 13 minutes to get this order out the door here. So we're gonna get after it. If these people would stop coming behind me. The Starbucks line is strong today. Or people just cutting through the parking lot. I don't, it doesn't even look like it's open really. I'm not sure what the weather is today, but it's probably a good 92, 93 with that feels like up over 100. So yeah, that's not really my cup of tea on a daily. And I'm just gonna block traffic right here. Okay. Alright, so, I don't know, we get to go down the road of all the roundabouts. I don't know how many we have to go through on this trip, maybe all of them, because this road isn't, well, I don't know, this road is longer than 5 miles long, but it's not, it's like maybe a mile or two, and you got 4 roundabouts. But I don't know if we have to turn off before that or not. Probably not. And the GPS just doesn't understand. It's like it only takes you to the next roundabout where it says exit the roundabout back on the same road you just entered the roundabout on. What I don't like sometimes is they build roundabouts just for speed purposes, to slow traffic down. Which I get it. And someday they may build other roads off of these roundabouts. But yeah, it's kind of it's interesting to say the least. Oh. So Friday night, just FYI, we stayed at home and ordered in, well, the kids did not want pizza, but we wanted pizza, so we went to, well, I went and got pizza and Chick-fil-A for them. So they wanted Chick-fil-A, Ashley and I, my girlfriend, we wanted pizza, so we went to our favorite place here in town. It's called Different Dough Pizza Co. So yeah, they have, and I don't know, it's my favorite thing out there right now, and has been for a long time. But they have a Detroit style pizza that, I don't know, he has done his homework on how to make some pizza dough and how to make this Detroit style pizza, because he puts cheese around the edges on the outside, and when it goes in that pan, it crusts up like it's hard burnt cheese, and it tastes so good when you take a bite out of the edges, and you definitely want to go with the corner. It's just like crunch, 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 and they put the sauce on top. So I don't know, to me it is delicious. They put the sauce on after they bake the pizza, I do believe. But yeah, I don't know, they have excellent sauce. I like the sauce anyway. I don't like sweet sauce. A lot of places have sweet sugary pizza sauce and sweet sugary spaghetti sauce, and I'm just like, no, I don't want all that. I like it a little bit more on the, you know, I don't know, just not sugary. And this guy has got it figured out. His name is Brian. If you're ever in there, be sure to say hi to Brian. He knows me as James from Tip Top Chew, because Tip Top Chew is my foodie channel that it's on Facebook, so I don't do videos on YouTube for Tip Top Chew. I just have a Facebook page. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, we had that Friday night, and we watched a movie that one of the kids picked out called, I don't know, Sea Beast, I think, which is kind of a animation. I don't know. I still call them cartoons. Kids don't call them cartoons anymore. They're animations. But it was still a good movie. I think the animation was pretty good. The story was pretty good. I enjoyed the characters and all that. So I only fell asleep once. So I'll give it a one sleep a one sleep rating. I think that's what I was joking about the other day. It was like I tend to sit down to watch movies and things, and next thing you know, I fall asleep in them. But who knows? I don't know. I guess if it's something that I really want to watch, then I'll be watching it. But sometimes I just can't. I can't help it. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't know if it's getting older, or I just don't know. But anyway, I feel like I feel sleepy right now. I don't really feel sleepy. I had the need to yawn. Yeah, this thing's way on out here. I did not realize that when not that I'm complaining, I'm just was thinking I was going some other direction. But it's probably because I had the map upside down on the GPS when it says, hey, deliver here, and then it straightens it all out. So, and it had me going back a different way behind the target to get back on this road, which is always weird. I just think it takes a lot longer. It comes in about 2 or 3 roundabouts down the road. So, but yeah, we got to go through all 4 roundabouts. Yay! And then got up this morning and nobody was home, so we decided to fix pancakes. Nope. That's probably somebody burning stuff over there, and smoke's just going up. But yeah, so we had 2 pancakes apiece, but they are huge. I always like it whenever you read the mix. I don't know what brand mix we get, some specialty, more expensive mix, but it tastes really good, as long as I don't burn them. But yeah, it is, you read the package, it says, hey, 1 cup of mix and a half a cup of water, mix it up, and then it'll make 6 to 8 pancakes. And I'm like, really? 6 to 8 medium-sized pancakes, and I'm like, I doubled the order and used 2 cups of mix, 1 cup of water, and made 4 pancakes. Now granted, they were huge pancakes. The first 3 weren't, but the last one, I just was like, okay, I'm just dumping it all in there, and yeah, it was huge. It filled up the bottom of the skillet and my plate. So so yeah, that's why I only had 2 pancakes today. All right, it is a Sunday. Sunday fun day, and I'm delivering DoorDash. And out of the first 2 deliveries, I did not get any bonus tips, but they were decent. $4.50 and $5 tips each, so that was you know, not too bad. This one here, I don't know. It's probably is this the right address? I don't know. All right, we're gonna pull into this place. It looks like it's right on the corner. All right, I am going to go deliver this food, and I will be right back. All right, so far we are up to $20.25 in an hour and 5 minutes. So right at 20 bucks an hour. So not too bad in that regard. That's always our ultimate goal, to do that. 2 out of 2 orders accepted. $3.50 base pay with a $3 tip. So let's see. That put us at 72 deliveries in the last 30 days. So, which has taken us 9 days so far. All right, so glasses. And I think when I put my water bottle down, half the water just drained out because I didn't close the lid into my passenger seat. So, oh well. Good times. My guess is yep. LSU, what does this say? I don't know what the headline said, but LSU wins 5-3. 5-3. So, congrats to LSU. I guess we have the finals of the Thunder and the Pacers maybe tonight. I don't know. I don't keep up with NBA very much. I am somewhat happy that a couple of Razorbacks are in the finals, playing for Oklahoma City. I think it's Isaiah Joe and Jalen, what's his last name? I don't know. Jalen Williams, maybe? But yeah, those two guys have been, well, I know Jalen Williams has been tearing it up for sure. And I haven't kept up with the stats at all, so I know that one night I turned it on the radio while I was door dashing, and I heard like Jalen Williams went off for like 42 points or something like that. So that was a good time for him. I can't remember if he, and I had he didn't score like that for the Razorbacks, but we had a pretty good team when he was here, but it's just a different game in the NBA. It's all about matchups. It's all about, they do play defense, but not the same kind of defense as they do in college. And maybe he's just gotten that much better. I don't know. But yeah, I am glad that I hope, just for those two guys' sake, that Oklahoma City wins tonight. I think it's tonight. that they play in Oklahoma City for the 7th game, and I won't be watching it because I don't have, unless it's on ABC. I don't know if it's on ABC or not. If it's on ABC, I might consider watching it, but we don't normally watch pro basketball, mainly because it's not on regular television. We don't have ESPN or TBS or whatever those channels are. We don't have the cable channels. So yeah, there you go. All right, so we're coming into the backside of Benton. There's a couple of restaurants that I like to get deliveries from down this way, so we'll see if any of them ping me. I think I'll just go this way to head over by one of them and make the circle around the downtown square, where they have a rock and roll sushi. So sometimes I can get decent orders from there. Sometimes I don't get decent orders. Sometimes I get no orders. So just, it is what it is. And I got a crappy order from McDonald's, which is further up the road. So it's $4 for 1.8 miles. I will accept it. And we'll go add another one to our total for the number of deliveries in the last 30 days. So we'll inch a little bit closer to that number to get her status back. And $4 for less than 2 miles is not a bad gig. It should get us, hopefully, if McDonald's has their stuff together, you know, a 15-minute delivery, so we can still get out there and try to hopefully get, you know, close to $20 in the hour. But, you know, granted, we've already, let's see, I started at 3:30 and it's 4:42, so, or 4:52, so yeah, so we're going on, what do we got, $20.25 plus $4, that'll put us at $24.50, so we probably won't get $28 in the second hour. It might be closer to 10. But we're shooting for 50 in a 3.5 hour window. 3.5 hours, I'd like to have 70, but we'll take what we can get. We will take what we can get. This is a, we don't normally dash on the weekend, but we had an opening and I was just like, instead of working on videos or sitting there watching TV, maybe we go make a little money. So yeah, here we are. McDonald's. I am thirsty. I need to get something besides some water. I might get me a Mountain Dew. I was thinking that earlier when I even left, and then I've been pretty busy this little hour and 15 minutes or so. So yeah. So I haven't thought about it until right now. But I may go get me a Mountain Dew, a fountain drink at a Circle K. And this thing's only 1.4 miles away, so I don't know where. It's probably not going to be anywhere close to a Circle K, so who knows what'll happen. But we'll go deliver it. They got a line backed up on the drive-through. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, well, that took a long time, so maybe, I don't know, more than 10 minutes. So, anyway, we got a 3-minute delivery. I'm not gonna go that way because I think we can just get there. Well, yeah. some of my least favorite apartments ever, because it used to be a motel, and this dude that used to be in prison lived in my neighborhood, built in my neighborhood, went to prison, and now he's out of prison, has a girlfriend, because he can't get a contractor's license because what he did to get in prison, is now has his girlfriend, has a contractor license, and is buying like crap places and turning them into apartments that are like relatively cheap for people to live in. And yeah, I don't know, they're just kind of crap hole kind of places. I mean, one of them, he took storage units and turned them into apartments somehow. And they seem to be popping up here and there. And I saw his work truck parked in front of his mom's house the other day. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. I've never met him, and I wouldn't know what he looked like. I just know this is what he does. Alright, so now I gotta figure out which apartment it is. And these ones are not easy to see the numbers on them. Alright, so alright, right up in the middle there. Leave it at the door. Alright. I'm gonna go deliver this and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. That one puts us up to $24.25 with 3 out of 3 accepted. And $2 base pay, $2 tip. So moving on. Thank you very much. I think I can, yeah, there's an exit here out on the access road. So yeah, this used to be a motel years ago, and then it shut down and was just nothing. But it's got a access right off the freeway, so people could stop here and do that, next to a Colton's. But I think it was vacant for a long time, and then this dude bought it and turned it into apartments. Alright, I think we'll go up here, cross over the freeway, see if we can go down by Chepe's and the Mighty Crab, see if anything's happening over on that side of the freeway. And then if not, we'll head back to Bryant. Maybe I'll just run over to that Circle K right here. I think I will. Okay, I'm gonna run to Circle K, and then I will be right back to see what kind of dashes we can finish this day out with. We'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, broke down, I got some chips too, so there's that. I was just thinking I might, if I don't get any orders on this little drive past the southern section of Benton, I might drive down to a little bit further down. There's a friend of mine who sets up a produce truck down the way. I might just see if he's out there today. I don't know if he just sets up on Sundays or not. Called me the other day and was wanting me to help him out on like a Wednesdays. And I was like, I normally go DoorDashing on Wednesdays. He's like, I just need you to work till like 6:30 when I can get there. And I was like, dude, I have a job during the day. He's like, oh. I don't know what he was thinking, but I've known him for like 2 or 3 years. I don't know why he was thinking I don't have a job during the day. He's like, I'll get this truck set up and everything, and you just have to, you know, meet me out there, and I'll be out back at 6:30. I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So far, nothing happened at Chepe's or what was it, Applebee's? The Mighty Crab. Those seem like Sunday spots, right? But maybe not. Not today. Well, I'm not going to drive down there. I really need to get $50. And I'm only halfway there, and it's 5:30, and I got an hour and a half. So we're gonna head back towards Benton, or towards Bryant, and see if we can stir something up. Because every time I stop there and talk to him, I'm there for an hour, so I'd probably rather, that's gonna knock me off my game. So we're gonna head back up the freeway. Try to avoid fast food restaurant row. Sometimes they get me from the access road here. Usually I just get lowball orders at these restaurants and off the Military and Bryant. Sometimes they're okay, but it's spotty. I usually can get orders, it's just very low orders. Verona's is open. Guys, it is slow right now. Well, those 3 quick orders kind of spoiled me. And then I got another one from McDonald's for $4. So now we're just kind of sitting on nothing. So we're at 73 deliveries. I got 1 hour and 30 minutes left to go. And yeah, it'd be nice to get something here. Oh, look at there. The crap order of the day. $2 for 3.1 miles. Alright, we're gonna accept it. So for some reason, somebody is jacking me around, and this is gonna go to Chili's. We won't get any money out of this one at all, but we will get one more order on our orders in the last 30 days. So these $2 orders with no tip are probably 90% or more of any of the orders that will give you a bad review at the same time of giving you no tip. So yeah, oh well, we're gonna do it, and do it with a smile on our face. So I'll be right back after waiting 20 minutes for this order to be made. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, so they had the food waiting. And we have a 3-mile delivery, which is up past the 4 roundabouts. So here we go. All right. Oh. So I think one of the things that I've seen is watching as many different kinds of YouTube how-to kind of things, how to fit in the algorithm and all that stuff, is trying to find a niche. And that's one thing is my channel does not have as a real niche. Because I don't sit here and make videos about door dashing. I just ramble while door dashing. And the rambling is not about anything in particular. So it's much more like the Seinfeld, whereas the show about nothing. Much like my channel is a show about nothing while I DoorDash. So if you have anything you would like me to ramble on about, then put it in the comments down below and I'll figure it out. So there's roundabout number 1. It is hot out I don't catch the weather very often. I need to check it out. I don't know why, but I would like to see some cooler temperatures. I kind of doubt it. That's going to happen this summer. We were just talking about, because we took a trip to Portugal for a month, because our goal long term is to sell everything and just live abroad and travel to different places and live in, you know, someplace for like a month or 2 months and then move on to the next place, and try not to wear out any visas along the way and just live there as tourists. And whether we have enough money in savings to support ourselves, or if we have to still work, whether it's work like keeping our current jobs that we work remote from, which would be very hard, but unless we went to places like Portugal, or somewhere that's within a reasonable time frame of our current time zone. Because going to farther to the east would make it harder, because finding a common time to work during the time zone anyway, to have phone calls and that during the people then where you work with during their time zone, their 8 to 5 work day, is not easy. So if we went to places that were really cheap, like Thailand and places like that, then it'd be, you know, if you're 12, 14 hours difference in time zone, it's not an easy task to, like, hey, I'm gonna work 8 hours in the middle of the night 5 days a week. That's tough. But we found, or I found, that working in Portugal was very reasonable, because I could get up around, you know, like work from 9 to 6 my time, but 9 o'clock I was getting up like 4 or 6 hours before the people where I work on the East Coast, that they get up and start working. But in my afternoon aligned with their mornings. So if I had scheduled calls, then I had to schedule them in the morning with them. And I did that. I had a handful. Over the 3 weeks that I worked from Portugal, the calls that I worked out really well. The internet I had was great. No problems with that. We did, what do we use? WebEx for our call systems, for that stuff. So they worked out just great, no problems at all. I do worry about, you know, like getting places and having sketchy internet and this, that, and another. And I've seen plenty of like digital nomad type people that they get somewhere and they've been promised certain internet speeds and it's not there. So they have to go find some place to go that has Wi-Fi that's decent. So yeah, that's kind of tough. But I suppose that's part of that lifestyle. I still would like to do it. I'd rather not have to work, but I don't know, maybe if I can sock away all this DoorDash money, and let it grow for a few more years, I could figure it out. But I think it's gonna take a lot more than this DoorDash money for that to happen. But between what I have, the value of the house, getting rid of other assets, decreasing our spending on other things, where am I going? Just bear with me here. I'm about to get to this house. This one right here. Alright, anyway, so those are the things we're looking forward to anyway, trying to figure that part out of our later years. So yeah, alright, I'm gonna deliver this food. We'll be right back. right, so somewhere along the way, I failed to hit the record button, and yeah, you missed all kinds of great conversation, right? So I have no idea where we left off, but anyway, I delivered the $2 order, and dude came out and picked it up, or came out the door and picked it up. A nice neighborhood, nice Infiniti QX60 in the driveway. So I don't know why he did not leave a tip, and just it was a $2 base pay, but I don't know, it's kind of frustrating in that regard. My number one guess is that it was a total messed up order, like they got the wrong order, and this was a correction order maybe, and therefore we only got the base pay because the tip was on some other order. I don't know, but it is what it is. So we're gonna keep trucking along. I got this order from Buffalo Wild Wings for, I think it's like 4 miles for $6.94. A very odd cent number, but anyway, we're fixing to run in. We're parked, so I'm gonna run in there and get it. I will hopefully hit the record button when I come back out. See you in a minute. Alright guys, we have picked up the order, and it is down towards Alexander, it looks like. So we gotta get back on the freeway headed towards Little Rock. It's telling me to go back. Golly, these people parked awful freaking close. Alright. We are gonna go a different way. Alright, just walk on across there, numbnuts with no pants hanging down below your ass. Alright. We're gonna go a different way out on the access road. So this might save us a couple minutes here. So anyway, I just going through Facebook a little bit there, saw that there was craziness happening around town here where 3 people were shot and killed, which is, I don't think it's a normal thing where we live, but kind of freaks you out a little bit. It says a dude came home, found his wife and in-laws deceased, and the kids were all okay. So, but that's all it really said. So something happened. Crazy things. A few, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had another where a girl got mauled to death by a pack of dogs at some unofficial rescue shelter, and her and her mom were over there trying to help take care of these dogs. And I don't know that anyone knows what really happened, but yeah, a lot of weird things that are going on around here that aren't all that great, I can say that much. So yeah, we'll see if we can find some better things to talk about, and better things need to show up in my news feed or my Facebook feed. So I don't know, sad in that regard. So sad in that regard. Yep. Oh well. Not oh well, but anyway, it's just sad. It's depressing to think about. I know it's part of real life, and it's not things that I want to dwell upon, but it is real life. So you just wish the families, you know, well, that they can learn to deal with what's going on, and you know, you just hate to hear about it. So it's not in Alexander, it's actually in Bryant, it looks like. So not as far as I thought it was going to be. Now it still says 3 minutes from the freeway. From the freeway. So going back to my idea of putting a fence along the side of my house. The biggest problem I have with that is the fact that it's only about, I don't know, maybe 15 feet wide, which is plenty wide, and it's a long house. And I can put it all the way down the driveway. I don't know if I want like a wrought iron fence or a wood fence, but there's just no. So ultimately you would love to say, hey, I can just put a doggy door in, but no, I can't, because it's out the side of the house and I don't have a side door. I have a side door on the other side, but that's not the side that I can put a fence. So yeah. So I already have my house is right up against another neighborhood that has a fence and backyards. Oh, where am I going? May have passed the one I need to go to, and I don't see any streets or addresses or anything. So we'll make a U-turn in someone's driveway. Alright, just bear with me. I'm gonna deliver this food and we'll be right back. Alright, we are up to 3319 in 2 hours and 31 minutes. We have we got $6.94 on that delivery, which was $2.50 base pay and $4.44 on the whatchamacallit, on the tip. So, and we've hit 75 orders in 12 days. So maybe we can get a couple more here in the next 45 minutes. But yeah, we're only up to 3319, so that kind of stinks. We were well on our way in the first hour when we had $20 and after 2 orders. Well, 3, it was 3 quick deliveries. But yeah. Oh, I hate these long driveways where you have to back out. And then I'm squeezing through here. I don't have a backup camera on this car, so yep. Man, I can't see. Okay. Now, to get back to Restaurant Row. I don't know what's the best way to go here, but we're gonna take a left and see what happens. It should take us up to, I there's just no easy way to get back over to Reynolds Road here from here, so we got to go through neighborhoods and neighborhoods and neighborhoods to get over there. And it says I'm outside of the I can't believe I'm outside of the delivery or the order place, whatever that's called. What do they say? You're outside the zone. That does not make any sense. So yeah, looks like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to break down and build a fence. Just, I mean, I've gotten along. I got this dog like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't know how old he is now, but, and we've made it this far without having a fence. It would just be nice to be able to say, hey, go out there and burn off some energy and then come back in, right? Or to let me go out there and throw a ball or something with him. The tricky part is not throwing it over on the neighbor's fence. So, but there's that. Oh, look at that. Another double order for a barbecue place, and it is quite a ways away. What does it say? $14 for 8 miles. So I'm gonna deliver it. I don't necessarily like that it's 14 miles, but it's 1 pickup, 2 drop off. So, but $14 puts us in range anyway. Now the downside is it's gonna take me 45 minutes to deliver these 2 orders, and my 7 o'clock window will be over with. So I will be making a roughly well, I'll be closer because I forgot that I just got that order at $13, $33.19 plus 14-ish. I don't know what it said exactly, but the crazy thing is so far away from here that I have to go to pick it up, which is odd to me. I don't know if there's just nobody over that direction or what, but I accepted it. Maybe some other people declined it. I accepted it. It gives me 14 bucks, which is going to put me up to 37-ish, maybe $38 if it was $14.75. 40, yeah, $47. So, which is close to my $50 that I wanted. And then if somebody throws in a $2 or $3 tip, it'll put me right there at the $50. So that'll be good. So yeah, that'll be good. So this is my second double two order stack that is $13-14 a piece. The rest of the orders have been around 6 down to 2. I had a $1 $2 one, $1 $4 ones, a couple of $6 ones, seems like, and then a $13.75 one and a $14 whatever one. So not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely not making $20 an hour, but we're still making money. We're well on our way. I should be able to get to my goal of 100 deliveries this next week. Hopefully we won't hit any roadblocks to doing that, so fingers crossed. And yeah, so we'll get out there, bust it. We'll come up with a I don't know how we're going to do it, but yeah, I've been saying all along that we're just going to see how long is it going to take us to get 100 deliveries with no status. I think it would be I personally think it would be different for a brand new person that has a brand new account, to get to 100 deliveries would get there faster than me, because they get 1 or 2 weeks worth of priority status as a form of crack cocaine to get them hooked, right? But after that, they're off the priority order status, and they got to figure it out. And that's why a lot of people that do dash, they dash and they don't want to hustle, and they don't look at it as like, I don't know. I still think about the younger generation, and I take my own kid as an example of saying, you know, I want to work at Starbucks. And I was like, okay, why do you want to work at, because they pay $15 an hour. Okay, what about this other bakery, coffee house that's a local? Well, they only pay $13 an hour. Is either of them hiring? Well, Starbucks is always just says, send us your resume, and the other place has a hiring in the window, right? I was like, okay, so why don't you go apply for the one that, put your resume in at both of them, but there's like, no, I'm not going to even apply for that one because they only pay for $13. And I'm like, $13 is better than $0 that you're getting at Starbucks, right? So it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, no, I'm not going to take a chance on getting a $13 an hour job when there's no chance to get a $15 an hour job. But you just can't tell people things, right? It doesn't compute. For me, everything is a building block, and you just have to step up there and do it. I mean, just like now, as I have my regular job, and it doesn't quite pay my bills. I used to work for a company that paid all my bills, but they got bought out by another company that paid my bills until they phased out my department. So boom. So then I started working for myself, and then working for myself led to me working for myself and working for one of the companies that I was working for myself. And then one of the contracts that I had ended, which cut my salary down to being just this one job. But it's a full-time job, and I just don't have it in me to go out there and figure out how to find another full-time job that pays me more at the age I am, with the knowing that, hey, I really don't want to work past this age because I want to sell everything and go live abroad. So I'm door dashing to supplement the work, the money, and the savings that I want to do for more traveling. So thus, DoorDash paid for a 1-month trip to Portugal. The downside to the 1-month trip to Portugal is I still had all the same bills I had before, other than, you know, I shifted over my food bill to Portugal, but all the other bills were still here. And I doubled up, well, I more than doubled up on my rent for the month. I probably doubled up for the food bill as well. Maybe not, but pretty close. I don't know. Because I also had to pay people to stay at home with my animals. So there's all that. All the joys and expenses of traveling. So that's why I want to be able to sell everything, not have those expenses, be able to live free without having to yeah, I missed my turn again, and this one was pretty bad because it's way back there. I'm just driving, I'm just rambling, no idea where I'm going. Not a clue. But yeah, I just look at that lifestyle as being free and a lot of burdens off of my shoulders of taxes and paying for maintenance and paying for cars and paying for insurance on everything, and I just all the stuff. The burden of having all this stuff in my house, to me it's a burden on my shoulders. Is like I think about like people that pass away in your life, and you have to look at like, oh, I got all this stuff, you know, I have all this stuff that I don't know what to do with, right? And I don't want my kids to be burdened with the stuff. So one of the things that if I were to pass away right now, and granted I don't have the same kind of stuff as some people have, but I do have a lot of stuff in my house. There's not a lot of extra space, and then we've brought in more stuff because we emptied out a storage container and brought more stuff into the house and don't have places to put it, so it's just sitting there. I used to have a lot more stuff, but we had someone advertise that they would clean out things, and I said, would you clean out my garage? And they were like, yeah. So they came in. This is, I need to find this lady and see if she'll do this some more. She came in and sold a bunch of stuff in the garage and built a couple of shelves and put everything up. And so for my 2-car garage that I could only fit 1 car in there, now fits 2 cars. So that was nice. That was nice. I can't believe I just drove right on past this barbecue place and probably drove a mile and a half down the road. I'd probably be late picking it all up. But it was 2 orders, so fingers crossed they have it ready. I can just turn around and go. Alright, I'm gonna head inside and pick up this food. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we went in. They did have both orders ready. So sometimes it's beneficial to take a 1.5 mile detour and you get back and the food's ready. So yeah. Alright, so this first one says it's 3 miles away and it's gonna take, well, it keeps changing on me, but 7 minutes. So it's back up Alcoa with all of the roundabouts, but I think I have to go to the 2nd or 3rd one and go into I think a neighborhood off of that one. It's still hot out, so just putting out some good vibes to these 2 orders, as I need a bonus tips to put me over 50. I have faith that you can do it. You can do it. So we'll see what happens. If not, we'll call it a day and come back on Monday or so. I gotta figure out how to. I need to pause the order after delivery. Okay. Orders will be stopped after this delivery. So, yeah, I was kind of hoping that, I don't know, you just never know. Number one, I don't have status, but sometimes status doesn't mean anything, but to me it does. But I was kind of hoping I would get a little bit more than, you know, $47, $50 today, in a 3.5 hours. Normally I just go 3 hours, and normally it's a tough go to get $50 in the 3 hours. So, but we're out there, we're trying, we're not just, you know, making it to seem like, you know, we're doing the things that it takes, and sometimes we get more than what we ask for, and sometimes we don't. At the end of the day, it kind of averages out, and it may average out on the low end of what your expectations are, and that's okay, because it's better than getting zero. Zero does not pay for my bills. Zero does not take me anywhere that I want to go. So I would much rather get out there and do something than nothing. And there's so many people out there today that would rather do nothing than make a little bit of money. But a little bit of money is going to pay for things. That's what I hate about people that say, oh, well, you taking these low ball orders is not going to pay for your gas. It's not going to pay for your maintenance. It's not going to pay for the cost of the car. And I'm like, if I didn't take low ball orders, then I would make $0. And that's not going to pay for the car. That's not going to pay for the insurance. That's not going to pay for anything else that I need. And I'm still using the car, right? Me personally, I don't use this car for anything but DoorDash. I have this car specifically for DoorDash, and I do use it for a few things outside of DoorDash, but it's a DoorDash car. But those kind of statements frustrate me to no end, to hear people say, you know, don't take those orders because, you know, I don't know, because they have some rationale and it makes sense. But if they would rather not take the orders to make $0 than to be able to pay for their car payment, or pay for their gas, or pay for maintenance, I just don't think they're thinking things through. I don't think they're realistic in their approach to DoorDashing and probably life. And most likely, most of those people have someone else bankrolling their activities. They probably live in someone's house. It could be that someone is bailing them out on the regular. So, yeah, it's a tough sale. People may want to argue with me about that one, and I realize everyone is not in that situation. There's some hardship cases out there, but a lot of them are not people with hardship issues. They are people that are taking advantage of parents or relatives or someone. Just to get out there to say, yeah, I didn't feel like it today. I don't know. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing this stuff every single day, but I get out here and do it because guess what? I have to pay for things. I have places I want to go, things that I want to do. And if I don't do this, then I won't get to do those things that I want to do. All right. All right. One of the biggest houses around over here. It'd be nice if they would give me a bigger tip. Wouldn't it? I think it would. I think it would be very nice for them to give me a much bigger tip. Seeing how I'm being so nice to them and everything, right? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we got that one dropped off. We got the next one lined up. Directions, 2.9 miles, 7 minutes. So this is taking us back out to the roundabout road. Alrighty. We are well on our way to having finished up for the day. Alright. See people standing out here in the median. Why are they standing in the median? And they're blocking traffic to get into the roundabout. It's like, yeah, instead of just pulling over on the side of the road or pulling into the gas station, I'm just gonna stop right here in the middle of the road. Don't know. Don't know. Alright, so here we go. 5 minutes, 2.5 miles, and then we're headed to the house. So yeah, I haven't talked about anything that's personal finance related lately, and I usually end up talking about the same things. That if you're a DoorDasher, how can you put money back, right? And my whole take on DoorDashing is like, you set a goal, right? And if you set a goal like me, if I say I want $1,200 in a month, which is $300 a week, and if I do $300 a week, set your goal of 2 extra hours past that, whatever it takes, 2 extra hours, and take that 2 extra hours of DoorDash pay and put it into something like SPY or the Vanguard S&P 500 fund, and do $25 a week. If you're young, 20, 30 years old, definitely put it into a Roth IRA. $25 a week only comes out to be about $1,300 a year, but $1,300 a year for 40 years is going to net you over $1 million if you invested into something like that, if it averages at 8% a year, which is done over the past 40 plus years. So based upon history, we have no other expectations that it will continue to grow. And if you know anything about Social Security, you know it's never intended to be the sole source of income during retirement. So don't rely on anyone else to pay your bills when you get older. So put money back now. And if you can sock away $25 per week now, then at some point when you do make more money, right, then you up it to 30, you up it to 50, you do something else, you start a 401k, and you get 5, 10, percent of your paycheck always goes into your retirement. And before you know it, you'll be my age. And people my age know they wish they would have had someone telling them to do something smart in their lives, like put some money back so that they wouldn't have to work until they're 80, right? So right now, I really didn't start saving until I was in my 40s. So it's been a hard road for me to get any kind of savings going at that age. Not to say I haven't, because I have. But it was definitely not easy. And what do? I still work my tail off doing DoorDash so that I can still do the things and put the money back. Oh my goodness. So there's about the 4th missed turn right there. I gotta go all the way down here. I got a car behind me, and this other side of the road, there's just no way to turn around in the middle of the road here. So we will go down here and make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. Alright. So, you can look it up on like ChatGPT or something like that and just say, hey, if I put in $25 a week at 8% annual return, compounded weekly, compounded monthly, say something like that, $25 a week, compounded at 8%, compounded weekly, for 40 years. And you will see it come out to something like 1.17, something like that, million. And I'm like, why? Why didn't anyone tell me to do this? Why wasn't I smart enough to do this on my own? And I'm going to tell you, most people are not smart enough to do this on their own. So it has to be hammered in somewhere along the way. If you have a job and you can't make extra money doing that job, then start DoorDashing and do 2 hours a week DoorDashing. And put that $25 a week into a Roth IRA. So there's huge benefits to the Roth IRA. Is one, a Roth IRA goes into this bucket and you invest it in whatever you invested in, right? But the earnings come out at the end tax-free. So that's the beautiful thing. A Roth IRA is a retirement vehicle that allows you to put in money that's already been taxed. The stipulations for taking it out is, one, you can take out the principal, the money you put in, at any time because it's already been taxed. But you cannot take out the earnings until you hit 59.5, and maybe it has to be in there for X number of years before you can withdraw it. Like maybe 5 or 10, maybe it's 10 years, it seems like. All right, I cannot see this thing because of the sun. Oh, there's a tree. And I don't see numbers on houses. That's not it. There's numbers on mailboxes. Good. There we go. All right. Well, this is our last chance to get a bonus tip for the day. All right, I'm going to deliver this food. We'll be right back. Alright, so that was it. They just sent a message that says thank you again. So you're very welcome. So I handed it to him. They said, please do not ring the doorbell. So I told him, I was like, dang it, I didn't even have a chance to not ring the doorbell. He let out a little chuckle and I told him to enjoy. So anyway. So right now we're at $47.21, 3 hours and 11 minutes, 6 out of 6, and that delivery was $14.02. Had a $4.50 base pay with one order was $2.52. on the tip, and the other order was $7 tip. So thank you guys for those tips. Hitting end dash right now, and that was it. So let's see what our earnings were for the week. We are at $298.64 on 21 hours and 50 minutes. And which was only 15 hours and 32 minutes of active time. So if I would have done active time, it would have been 15 and a half times 15 and a quarter, I think is what they pay in that realm, which I've never done. So what did I say? 15 and a half. Oh. 5.5 times $15.25 per hour, 236 bucks, and I made $298 with base pay and tips. So let's see. Yeah, it's harder to tell this way because it doesn't break it all down into what it was for the week. It's per day. But yeah, so I did $72 Monday, $34 Tuesday, $94 on Wednesday, $49 on Thursday, and then $47 today. Now, the downside, not the downside, because I had several deliveries, more than $100 worth of deliveries that were cash deliveries. So my balance that I have this week is only gonna pay me 180 bucks because I had over $118, it looks like, in cash. So yeah, anyway, so not a bad week. So far the ratings, sometimes the rating, I don't know, this is what you just don't know, is when you don't know when you get rated by a customer rating. But I can tell you I'm at I'm up to 91 acceptance rate. So I went from 89 to 91 today. That means that I accepted, and on the back end where a order falls off, they were some declines. So I jumped up lost 2 declines on that deal, and then still at a 100 or 99% completion rate, 92 on time or early, 5.0, 77 deliveries in the last 30 days, and my lifetime deliveries is at 2637, and that doesn't update until after a little bit. And look at there, even though I don't have status, I have the Dash Now button. So I'm very tempted to use it, but I told my significant other that I would be home at or around 7. She was like, well, you need to be there before 7. I'm not gonna make it by 7. So let's see. Yeah, oh well, I was close to the $50. Close to the $50. I tried. I did all I can do. Alright, so we went through all our stuff today. As far as the totals, where we are, we're still trying to get to that 100. That leaves us about 23 more before we should hit platinum. Monday's a long day, Tuesday's a short day, so maybe Wednesday we might get it. Fingers crossed we hit it on Wednesday. So that's kind of my thought. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for participating in my channel. Hopefully if you made it this far, you hit that subscribe button and continue to watch. leave comments down below, and if yeah, I'll take a look at them, I'll respond to them, I'll bring them up on the air, and all that. So I appreciate everybody, and I hope everyone has a great afternoon or great evening on a Sunday night, and get ready for this next week of working. So have a good one. Bye.